Hey everybody, Merry Christmas. It's Christmas Day and we're gonna have ham and some other good stuff, but I'm gonna have some guests tomorrow, so I'm gonna cook my world's best brisket. And anyways, I'm just so thankful for the resources that we have and the simple joys that we get. And so I'm just gonna share again some of my tactics on cooking a brisket and say again, over the holidays, having this thermometer has made my cook super out after cooking all day yesterday. I'm getting a fire going on old Eileen here, but I realized I had left this out and I don't even remember turning it off. But anyways, I turned it on, thought I was gonna have to charge it, and I still don't. We got pretty good battery. Of course, I've been using this to help keep my temps from end to end. There's some stuff I was using to cook yesterday, but anyways, I've got meters on each end of this cook chamber so that I can monitor my temps. This thing will notify me when my temps get high or get low, and lets me know that I do have even cooking temperatures across the grate. So this thing's been, like I said, really cool. Bluetooth to my phone, and I can set it to notify me at different temperature range. So I've really enjoyed this Thermal Pro, especially at the price point, and I'd been considering getting one similar and just didn't want to spend hundreds. So this thing is really good. It's really helped a lot. I'm just getting a fire going, and I've got the brisket seasoned up and trimmed, so we'll get it on here and I'll just see how it comes in. Guys, it's seasoned up and put on. Yep, put the point towards the fire and the flat away for now. And I'm gonna bring out the trims that I have, fat trims, and I'm gonna go ahead and render them into smoked beef tallow. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and check on this. I just got notified by my Thermal Pro that my temps were up. I guess the log I put in there with another log really caught, and so it was down. I've been running around between 250, 275. That's ideal. And so anyways, I'm gonna check on it. I gotta open it up to reduce the heat so I don't overcook the brisket or or crisp up the edges. So I'm gonna check on it, but not only that, I actually opened a Christmas present here this morning that was a meter thermometer. I've not used one of these. So it's Bluetooth, pretty cool. My daughter thought of me when she saw it. I've seen them, but they're fancy. And so I'm gonna put it in my brisket and let it run the temps on Bluetooth and wireless for me. So pretty cool. I'm gonna install this now. Let's check this brisket out. Ooh, so yeah, temps got high. Those bits of fat are sizzling, so pretty good. Man, this thing looks good though. Not too bad. I'm gonna apply this meter thing here in the flat. So, well, I think right in between. You know, usually when I put in a probe, I like to have it in the flat area because it's the more delicate and sensitive piece. But anyways, this thing's got to be in a certain amount. There's a line on it. You can kind of see it there, but it's got to be in at least that far. It says that this thing can handle internal temps up to 212, so that's perfect for brisket. And the outside, the end part, can take up to 500 and something. So definitely have to pay attention to that. But yeah, I'm gonna install this thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's my other device letting me know that you know, it's dropped below temps there. So I got it set to let me know at, I think, 200 degrees this time. But anyways, that's looking good. I'm gonna monitor the temps internally and continue to monitor the outside, but man, that thing's looking good. All right, so good color. Now we're just gonna try to get this thing cooked up to an internal temperature of, I like to go 195. Another YouTuber recommended that. I found that 195 has been working. I'll get it out, put tallow on it, and wrap it, and rest it at 150, and it's been coming out great that way. So, but still, this needs to be a little darker, more color, and definitely be brought up to temp. pretty cool. That thermometer that my daughter got me is actually pretty neat. There's some cool features to it. It will let you know the ambient temperature also, and the internal temperature of meat. It even tried to calculate how many hours till it's done. Well, it says this brisket with a target of 196 will be done in about 3.5 hours or something, which is possible depending on what temperatures I'm running at. I don't think the thing understands, I don't know. The brisket's got to go through the stall. I told it to monitor a unique temp. Didn't have brisket as a setting, at least I didn't see that. Had beef and then steak and, medium rare and well done and all that. So I had to put in my own parameter for brisket. But anyways, it's pretty cool that it lets me know the internal temp and the external temp. So that even helps. I got 3 ways to monitor the temperatures right there at my meat. So it's all working pretty good. I'll show some screenshots. I don't know how wonderful that's gonna look in my videos. Plus, my production value I know is low, but I'm finding these things to be new to me, and if they're helpful to you, then cool. But I am gonna look at this brisket and make sure that I'm not crisping, burning, or overcooking one side. See if I need to rotate it. Let's see what it looks like. All right, probably pull those off too. Man, it's looking good. So, very good. Sweating a little bit. Yeah. It's getting pretty soft. So I don't know. Maybe it'll be done in that amount of time. But this stuff is still tender, not crisping up. Yeah, fat's still tight. So definitely try to get a good fat render, the soft yellow fat going. Anyways, it's looking good, feeling good, and we're just gonna keep rolling then. Oh, interesting. I just moved that to tilt it off to maybe drip those, and it caused that bark to do something kind of funny. So I won't try that again. I definitely need to put on some gloves and try to maybe tilt it, although it's not really pulling too bad. But try to tilt it so this pooling can come off, so your bark will set. Maybe I'll spritz it here, see if I can't get that to set up a little bit better. One of the guys I like to watch on YouTube says spritzing the fat stops it from rendering or makes it take longer, but I'm gonna see if I can't get that to maybe have a good bark set on it with adding a little bit moisture. Which reminds me, I forgot to fill my water pot. I'm at about 3 o'clock or 3:30. I started this at about 11, so it's going as expected. We're gonna keep monitoring it and hope getting it up to temp and tenderness. All right, been some time on this brisket. I just rotated it. This thing's working nice. Does let me know the temps, but so does my Thermo Pro, so it's cool to have the Thermo Pro. Of course, it went down. I've had it open for a minute. I rotated this around. Wanted to move this away. It is Christmas Day, and I've been kind of busy cooking in the kitchen and with presents and all that, so I really like the fact that I could leave this alone. But this part, because I didn't trim it off to make it more aerodynamic like the rest per se, it looks like it's a little darker, but man, it's still soft. So, but if that's the driest part, not too bad. I did get a water pot going. I'm gonna check the temp. So the bark I did spray it too. That bark set on back down. Looks amazing. So I'm gonna hit it again with a little apple cider vinegar and close it up and keep rolling. All right, so been just monitoring this brisket. I check it every once in a while for like crispiness, rotation, that kind of thing. Make sure that one side's not getting more done than the other. But here I am coming up on midnight, and it's got a great color. I was hoping to just go ahead and finish it on the offset, but I'm at about 180. Actually, I was up 189 and was rotated it and spritzed it, and it went back down to 180, even though I've kept the fire up in 250 or greater. So it is what it is. I need to get it finished up to 196. These thermometers have been helping so much. So right now I have the meter thermometer still in there, using that wirelessly. And I've moved it over to the pellet cooker. I don't want to sit here managing a fire anymore, and it's got about all the smoke flavor I'm sure it needs. Let's check it out. All right, there it is, looking real good. Yeah, I'm excited. Oh man, everything is super soft. When I picked it up to move it, it was relatively jiggly and gelatinous, but I'm just waiting for it to get up to finished temp. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it here on the pellet cooker, and when this device here lets me know that I'm up to a good internal temp, I'll pull it off and pour tallow on it and wrap it. All right, so I'm at about 1 a.m. Actually exactly 1 a.m. and the meter device notified me that the brisket was internal at a temperature of 196. So I'm out here, I'm gonna probe it, of course, check probe tenderness and see what it looks like. All right, looking good. So definitely very tender. And boom. All right, 200 is good. I'm gonna pull it. Oh wow. Okay. Well. Yep. All right. Well, that was a little high. Some of the measuring points was. Very warm, a little high. So yep, I'm gonna pull it off and rest it, let it cool down, and then dump tallow on it and wrap it. All right, looking pretty amazing. Nice jiggle. Yeah. Great fat render. Just a little crispy. Might not have. I turned up my pellet cooker to 300 because I was kind of tired and ready to get it finished. So probably crispied up this back end just right here, just a little bit, but that's okay. The rest is good. That's still soft. This was a little bit crispy from even early on. Could have been a little more aerodynamic, but the rest is very soft and tender. I'll dump some of this tallow on here and then wrap it up. I am typically pretty generous with it. Up and rest in the oven at 150 degrees overnight. Because well, I had a real good time serving my family this brisket that I just made. I can't be happier. Of course, I got a few pictures of it, but I have a real hard time getting the camera out and recording, slicing into it. You know, so there's a few images. You can see how good the bark was, the smoke ring. It was as tasty as it looks, and so satisfied the family, and it was real fun to do again with these new tools like the Thermal Pro, helping me monitor temperatures in the cook chamber, and along with that new meter thermometer that I had, I was able to wirelessly monitor the temps of the brisket, so that was pretty good. So anyways, I was able to get this brisket started on the offset and monitor everything from inside. And then when I was sure that the color was good, I had a good bark and a good smoke on there, I went ahead and moved it over to the pellet cooker to finish. That works out real well for me. You know, you don't have to monitor any more wood or the fire. And with that meter probe, I was able to just monitor the temps even in the cook chamber and of the meat until it was finished. So I did finish at 196 and then rested overnight at 150, and it was tender and juicy. So anyways, I'll put a link in the description for the Thermal Pro. It's been working real well for me. And maybe you guys can find it helps you too in your cooks. Thanks for watching.